some money. So, think about what people are doing social media for and how people are psychologically. So, you may not be able to get 10,000 people to show up to one of your events or to donate to your cause, but you can get 10,000 people to share it with their 200 or 300 people that they know just by clicking a button on Facebook. So let's just say that you have 2,000 or 3,000 people that follow you on Facebook and they all have 200 people apiece. We're looking at small numbers here, right? Anybody a mathematician? How many people, if each of those people shares with their 200 people, is that?
40,000?
Right.
A whole bunch.
Right. 40,000 people potentially in this area that you can get exposure to. So again, we're not looking at big numbers, just small numbers. And if a small fraction of those people actually join your cause, think about that. That's all you need. So you need people that want to get involved in some way, even if it's just a small part, because everyone wants to do their part. So you have to say, well, all I need you to do is this, and they will actually do it, because it's just clicking a button. Okay? So in the social realm, we've been talking about change, but some things haven't changed. So social media is not a way for you to kind of stop being in front of people. And I know, as much as people kind of aren't really as nice as they used to be, you still have to have face-to-face interactions. So when you think about it, if you still have to get in front of people, does it really matter that we're meeting people on social networks and stuff, and the younger generation? Because if you're an older person, you know the power of face-to-face relationships. You've been doing it all your lives. Now, I was raised by people that forced me to do that all my life, but some people think that the younger generations aren't doing that. But if you build that bridge from the generation from technology to sociology, you will find the people that you need to bring into your organization. So, as much as I'd like to say that one day we'll be able to reach through the computer and shake someone's hand, it's probably not going to happen as long as most of us are alive. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go on to 3 reasons that you yourself might consider getting social. Okay, first of all, to connect with people. There's a basic statistic that says, give or take, if you've been in an area for about 20 years or so, you probably know anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 people on a first-name basis. Meaning if you call them and say, hey, I want to do something today, they'll say, yes, I'll have lunch with you, if they have time. And hopefully you're a nice person and they like you. The second reason is to share information. So you want to get the word out about what it is that you do, your organization, and what your club specifically is doing in your community. That's why you want to get social, because you want to get that in front of as many people as you can. And then, of course, you want to get more exposure on the internet, because the internet is going to bring anonymous people to you, and that's what I want. I want that person that thinks they're an expert that's searching Google to find out about my Kiwanis Club before they find out anyone else's. So, when you look at social media, it's a mess. It is. So, what do you guys think social media is? Anybody? Tim, what do you think social media is?
A connection.
Okay. Anybody else think it's anything other than just connecting with people and getting online? What's that? Marketing, yes. It's a way to market yourself. Market your brand, your club. Now, social media, first of all, has to be the unselfish sharing of information. And that's a tough one for any organization to grasp. But you don't have any secrets anymore, because people can go on Google and search things and find things out. So you want to put out as much information onto the search engines as possible. The next thing is collaboration. In this case, it might be co-branding. So right now, you guys have out in the lobby, there's probably 10 or 12 nonprofits that you guys are co-branding with, or you're actually trying to help them get more exposure to what the Kiwanians do. But that's a way that you can engage or use the collective social capital of other organizations to build your own social capital. And then you have to be a listener. So see what people are talking about. Spend a lot of time doing that. And unfortunately for some of us, we have to learn how to speak another language. So yeah, there's a lot of, I learn a new word every day. I learn a new 3-letter designation every single day. And I have to Google. So I'm a social media guy, and I'm still learning new stuff all the time. So to break down the cliche of social media, instead of thinking of that, think of it as one of these two things. First of all, you got sphere of influence marketing. The next one is peer group marketing. So your sphere of influence, those are people that you have touched directly. Okay? So that is someone, like I said, the person you may be able to call and have lunch with them, or you might have done a business interaction with them, or you might have played racquetball with them, or whatever. But those are people that are in your sphere. Peer group marketing is reaching out to people that have similar interests to you, but right now you don't know who they are. And that's what Google's going to do for you. They're going to bring your peer group into you. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to bring your peer group into your brand, whatever it is, your club, and then you want to funnel those people into your sphere of influence by getting to know them. So Facebook, for instance, is going to give you a buffer zone. It's going to allow you to keep people at a distance, share with them what you want, but still give them enough information about what you're doing so that they're going to want to engage you and be a part of it. Now, some reasons not to get social is because everyone is doing it. So I get clients all the time that say, I'm not doing Facebook just because everybody's telling me that I got to do Facebook. And that's reasonable. You know, if your kid came home and said, hey, all my friends are getting, tongue rings or tattoos, you would tell them, yeah, that's not going to be appropriate for you until you get out. That's what my mom would have told me at least. But you don't want to just jump on the bandwagon. So I'm going to talk about, what the big fuss is with this social media stuff and help you make some real decisions. So you've got to ask yourself, why are people doing this? And I'm going to tell you there's 3 reasons that people are getting social. 1, again, to connect with other people. 2nd, because people are nosy. And nosy has kind of a negative connotation, but I just use it because it's funny. But people want to know what's going on with other people. That's life. And then finally, people want to be acknowledged. So people want other people to say that they are interesting or what they're